don't you think the people of Israel, the people of this country, Americans deserve to see if the United States was behind that push?
Well, I don't think that everything that I know can be shared on TV or can be shared with a global audience. But I think that details will increasingly come out, and in fact there was just a report out of Egypt, which I haven't seen the exact report, but from what I read of the headlines, confirms American involvement in this whole sad saga. We also don't know what's going to happen. We actually believe that this may be the first of another series of pushes before the Obama administration leaves office, and that would be a real travesty if conditions were attempted. If conditions were imposed upon Israel which prejudiced the outcome of direct and bilateral negotiations between us and our Palestinian neighbors.
So if it is true what you are accusing the White House and the Obama administration of doing, why do you think that he did it? Why do you think Obama would have done this?
Well, you'd have to ask him that question, but I think that unfortunately this has been a mindset perhaps from the beginning of the Obama administration, seeing the presence of Jews in the West Bank as perhaps the great barrier to peace. Of course, that is simply not true, because the conflict started long before there were any Jews in the West Bank, and even after Israel withdrew every settler from Gaza, we didn't get peace, we actually got war. 20,000 missiles on the heads of Israel's civilians. So what I hope happens is that the Obama administration ceases this assault on Israel, frankly, using diplomatic forums, certainly biased forums like the Security Council, which has spent far too much time lambasting the Middle East's one liberal democracy and too little time shining a light on the mass-murdering dictators like Bashar al-Assad.
So let's talk about the fact that Secretary of State John Kerry is going to be making a public address tomorrow. What do you expect from that?
Well, unfortunately, there seems to be some indications that there may be further pushes, perhaps using other states as frontmen in order to pressure Israel. But what would really be helpful to the peace process is if the Obama administration actually asked from the Palestinians to recognize Israel as a Jewish state, to meet with Israel's prime minister, who has repeatedly offered even to go to the parliament in Ramallah for peace talks. It would be very helpful if there was greater pressure on the Palestinian government to stop paying anyone who murders an Israeli. Let me repeat that. Anyone who murders an Israeli gets a monthly salary from the Palestinian government.